So do I. I'm going to be doing a little bit of dry washing for some gold. You know, dry washers work out in the desert when it's pretty dry. Well, it's pretty dry right now. And so I'm going to take a dry washer, set it up in a wash, and get me some. Dry washers are pretty slick little units. They've been around for a long time. The old timers, you know, they were using them dry washers. They've been modified through the years, though, but they still produce a lot of gold. I'll get me some gold, and then at the end, stick around till the end. I'll tell you how you can win that gold, because I'm going to be giving it away. Whatever gold I find, I will be giving it away. First thing I need to do, I need to find me a place to set up. Let me walk up and down this wash and find that special spot where the gold is at. Let me show you this wash where a lot of people are digging in here. A lot of gold's coming out of this wash right here. There's a nice piece of quartz, all that iron on that. You see where they throw the rocks up on the sides? That's one good indication. But you can just see the amount of work. That's dry wash tailings right there. Just a little bit. They ran a little sample right there. They didn't like it. But look in the bank. See the rocks in that bank? That's what you're kind of looking for, is the rocks in the bank. Now here's a lot of tailings here. This whole mound looks like a big mud daub. This is mud daub here. See, they've worked all the way up through here. All the way up through here they've worked. You can even see where the water has come flying down this wash. Just build up. But all the way up through there they've worked. But all the way there, these are all dry wash tailings. All the way down here. They've torn this bank. But look at this bank. See, you see more rocks in there. It's more rockier. It's got more rocks in here. Quartz. Nice. So what I got to do is find me a spot to set up and get after it before it gets hot. All these weeds are, you know, nobody's been down into this part of the bank. But I don't feel like moving all them weeds right now. Sometimes these little feeder washes coming down have gold in them too. See, somebody's did a sample right there. Dug in. Must have been no gold. Look at this hillside, it's just full of quartz. Quartz everywhere up here. Now what I'm going to surmise, that this whole place once upon a time was underwater. And if you look, like these here, this is what I call caliche bricks. You see this all over up through here. It's like deteriorated caliche or broke apart big pieces of caliche, which was a false bedrock. But that's all up through here. Big hunks of it. Man, there's been a lot of work on. I one time heard this story. This guy that had this claim before I got him, he had little baby jars just full of gold. He pulled a lot of gold off of this areas up and through here. Whew. Peace and quiet. One thing about dry washing, it is dusty, and probably wouldn't hurt to wear a mask. You don't want to get one of them, like whatever they call that, virus or something like that, you know. Or there's like these spores that are in the dirt. Not all dirt, you know, but it can. They say if you lived in Arizona long enough, you probably have already got valley fever or whatever just in your system. Hasn't manifested itself yet, but you should always just wear a mask. But what the hell, but I never do anything by the books anyway. That should be a good little run. I moved some material. I did move some material. Whew. Sometimes you can just give that a shake and see the nuggets in there. I still got a little more material, bigger rocks in there than I want. I don't see a lot of black sands in there either. This cloth's starting to get old. The cloth starts to separate from the riffles, and then these little rocks get caught up underneath it, and then what happens is the material just kind of slides underneath the riffles, so the riffles are not doing their job. And if you notice now on a dry washer, the riffles are backwards than they are on a sluice box. You know, on a sluice box where the water comes down and it eddies behind the riffles, it causes that eddy. Well, on a dry washer, the material comes back and your riffles are backwards, so the heavies get caught in front of these riffles. Now, what this dry washer doesn't have is they should have a dead air space. So if you've got one like that, you could just put a piece of tape over, you know, like go over probably about 1/8 of an inch in front of each one of these riffles. That way when the material gets down in there, it ain't going to blow itself back out. And that's just the dead air spaces. Some of these newer dry washers have that in there, but this is one of the older styles, so this one does not. It's always a bitch to get that in there. Now I got this whole bunch of material. One good pan anyways. Whew. This is a private mining claim, Gold Fever Prospecting Club. I'll leave you a link down below in case you're interested. They got quite a few claims, mostly all in the western part of Arizona. Whew. It feels good sitting in the shade. Got to sit here for a second, cool down. Well, I'm gonna have to tear this all apart now and take that back to campground and pan it out. Well, let me get this all torn apart, put back in the truck, and we'll go back to the campground. We'll pan that out, and hopefully we got some gold. That was just a quick little run, you know. It didn't, I was probably only running probably not even 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, but I didn't run long. It's kind of a nice little cool breeze blowing right now. Like I said, it's still kind of early in the morning, so pretty soon this afternoon that breeze is going to turn hot. You know, you saw how fast I could run that material through a dry washer. I couldn't do that through a wet system. You know, a wet system, you got to sit there and let itself clear itself out, all your riffles, before you can keep shoveling in, or you'll just blow the material out. Dry washer is a little bit different, so it was running pretty good. I was moving the material, and I can move a lot more material. Dry washers ain't as efficient as running through a wet system. You know, dry washers probably only in the 80s, low 90% rate, where, you know, gold does separate better in water than it does with air, but I can sure run a lot more material through the dry washer. And if I brought a metal detector, I would check my tailings. You should always check your tailings when you're done dry washing, because any large nuggets up there just going to fall in there, or sometimes a flatter piece of gold could just float on out right there. But I've never seen no large nuggets down this far coming down. All the big nuggets that we got were up there on that hill. This is just the little stuff down here. And you'll get a little picker once in a while down here, but mostly it's fine flour gold. All right, everything's loaded up. Check my spot again, make sure I didn't leave nothing. I always got to make sure I didn't leave any tools or anything. I moved a little bit of dirt. By the looks of that, that's probably maybe 3 classified buckets, maybe. Yeah, that's probably about that. Tore into that bank. Good thing is, if there's gold in there, good gold, I can always come back. If there's good gold, I can always come back to this spot. Or try a different spot. So, okay, I'm going to head back to the home front. I'll pan this out, and we'll see what kind of gold we got. That's what they call desert beef. That boy's missing part of his horn. Only got one horn. Kind of skinny, aren't they? Desert beef. Angus beef. Good old Arizona beef. Arizona grown. Cactus fed. He's holding still. Maybe he thinks that if he doesn't move, I won't see him. He thinks he's camouflaged. Must have been in a fight to lose a horn. I'd like to find that horn laying on the ground. This one says, I think I'll just hide here behind this tree. Well, there's a big mining operation there. They're getting the big gold. Okay, I gotta fill my tub full of water first, I guess. So that's gonna take a while, I think. Fanning station. Find myself a couple pans. I like these Klondikes. I like these pans. Oh no, that's not a Klondike, that's a professional Pro Line. That's still a good pan. I think I'll use these two. Those two, I should have a classifier too. This is the size I want. That's 1/2 inch, that's too big. This is 1/4, but this is missing this pan. Guess I can just use one of these cheap little things like this. Yes, this will probably work okay. That into there. Put that right there. That'll work. That'll work. Pan these separately. piece of gold that big should stand right out, but okay. Then I want to use this as a safety pin. Not looking good. Not looking good. Piece again. Not looking good. Get down to the nitty-gritty here. Get it down to the nitty-gritty. I can put more in there. Down in nitty gritty. Just finish this off, shall we? What the hell? What the hell? Would love to see a nugget in there like that size. That would be pretty good. Okay, since I got more material in here now than I wanted. Oh, yeah, I should not have did that. Should not have did that. Well, telltale sign. Telltale sign. Telltale sign. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Okay, there you go. There's some gold anyways. At least there's gold in there. I'd really suck if I didn't find any gold at all. That would really suck if I didn't find anything. See, let me see if you guys can see that. See, there you go. There you go. See that? There's some gold. Well, I guess for the little bit I shoveled, I guess I can't complain anyway. It's gold, you know. Gold is gold. And yes, I went to the bank and got it out of the bank. Now what I got to do is give it away to somebody. So stay tuned next Wednesday's show, or one of these Wednesday shows. You know, I'll give that gold away. But anyways, I want to thank you guys coming along and sharing on these adventures. So get out, create your own adventures. Remember, life is an adventure. So until our paths cross again, take care, everybody, and thanks for watching.